You're watching America's healthiest TV show, Health Corner, with host Joan Lunden, plus Chef MD Dr. John Puma, and fitness with Kathy Smith. Today on Health Corner,
heart disease starts in your 20s and can silently build up until you have a heart attack.
Cardiologist Dr. Jennifer Mirez with what you need to know about heart disease.
We can dramatically change our bodies and our health by changing our attitude.
Dr. Deepak Chopra revisits the forgotten miracle.
I'll be giving you the skinny on what some people think of as a fattening dish. Stay tuned.
Health Corner is a sponsored program brought to you by Walgreens. There's a way to stay well. And now from our studio in New York.
Hi, I'm Joan Lunden, and welcome to Health Corner. It's American Heart Month, so this week we're focusing on what causes heart disease, how you can prevent it, and if you have it, how to live long and well. First, Dr. Jennifer Mirez is a patient champion and advocate for the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement, a campaign raising awareness for women and heart disease. Here's Health Corner correspondent Sarah Welch with a look at what Dr. Mirez says every woman needs to know.
It was painful enough coping with the loss of her aunt from a sudden heart attack. But when her father died 3 months later, also from heart disease, Shantae Stroud began reflecting on her own life.
After I was able to get past the sadness of it, it made me concerned for myself because I'm overweight. You know, I am getting older, and it made me want to kind of get a handle on things.
Hey, Shantae, good to see you again.
Dr. Mirez, a nuclear cardiologist at NYU Medical Center, sees hundreds of women like Shantae who are often unaware they are at risk.
Heart disease and the buildup of plaque starts in your 20s and can silently build up until you have a heart attack. If left unchecked, you can have a heart attack in your 40s or 50s.
Which is why Shantae is getting a stress test.
She'll get one more blood pressure and then we'll be over.
Dr. Mirez will compare Shantae's blood flow to the heart during exercise and at rest to see if her heart is pumping properly.
If there is a blockage, a significant blockage, we will see a cold spot on our stress scans.
Every minute in this country, a woman will die from a heart attack. It's the nation's #1 killer. The American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement is helping to raise awareness, but not everyone is benefiting the way they could.
Minority women, African American women, have not fared as well. The same for Hispanic women. The message is not resonating as well or reaching minority women.
Dr. Mirez hopes to change that. Her latest book tailors the message specifically to minority women. Her Heart Smart plan recommends starting with just 10 minutes of exercise a day, building up to 30. Every woman needs to know their numbers when it comes to blood pressure and cholesterol, and rethinking your diet is also key.
You can still enjoy your traditional cuisine, just make heart-healthy substitutions. No salt, use spices, don't fry, bake instead, and make that plate colorful. That's one step. And taking 10 minutes a day to de-stress. 10 minutes of you time, whether it's listening to your favorite music, going for a walk, meditating.
Shantae is now following those suggestions.
You know, continue to make heart-healthy choices.
She needs to exercise more, but her heart is healthy.
It's quite a relief.
So the message is, know your numbers again. Know your family history. If there's a family history of heart disease or high blood pressure, you are vulnerable.
For Health Corner, I'm Sarah Welch.
Thank you, Dr. Mirez, for your expertise and advice. We have a link to the Go Red for Women website on healthcornertv.com, where you can learn much more about the program. You know, just when you think your kids are well on their way to adulthood without barely a glitch, it happens. They want to start dating. Here's parenting expert Jill Repp with what you need to know.
Back over. One of the great things about being a parent is getting your teen ready for their first big dance. It's one of the rituals of dating, and even though dating may be a bit scary at first, it's an important step for your son or daughter and for you. Right. So here's some sensible advice to help both of you. Good man. Encourage your teens to go to public places like school sporting events or roller skating. Suggest a group of friends go together and help get kids to and from the activity. Invite the new boy or girlfriend to your home for dinner or a family movie night. It will help you and your child feel more comfortable about their new friend. Make sure to talk to your child about boundaries and appropriate behavior. It may feel a little bit awkward at first, but you'll be surprised at how much they're listening to you. One thing to consider is working on a dating contract with your teen. It's one way both parents and teens make sure all their expectations are clearly spelled out. Dating is a rite of passage, one your teen will want to experience, so help them through it. You may find out it's actually kind of fun. For Health Corner, I'm Jill Repp.
Thanks, Jill. A recent study suggested caregivers are more likely to develop heart disease than non-caregivers. So, how can caregivers lower their risk? Let's find out.
I'm Beverly Dunlap, and I'm a caregiver for my husband, Kenneth. They diagnosed him with cardiomyopathy.
We've seen it all the time where a caregiver is in taking care of somebody who's going through a stressful procedure like heart surgery or an angioplasty, and the caregiver is run down, and the next thing we know, we're taking care of the caregiver with a heart attack.
Ken has always been there for everything that I needed, and that's the hard part about it, I think, is not seeing your husband as it was before. Right now, I need to go and have a mammogram and a bone scan and things like that. And I just don't find time to do that.
This is not the time to forget about your own health. Whether you're 81 or 18, you really have got to watch what you eat, and you got to make sure that you get enough sleep. If you don't get the rest, you're not going to be helpful to your husband. You're not going to be helpful in his care. So I need you to stay strong and stay healthy for him.
The doctor said, I think you ought to go on hospice. So that's what we did, and that's where we've been. Be patient, I guess. Just one day at a time. Go with the flow. And if you need help, get help.
Stress is a key factor in heart disease risk. So whether you're a caregiver or not, make time for yourself to exercise and relax as often as you can. Coming up, Dr. Deepak Chopra talks about his new book, Reinventing the Body, Resurrecting the Soul. Stay with us.
Pace yourself. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't ignore obvious signs. Stay hydrated at all times. Get plenty of fresh air and sunshine. And don't worry, lots of people live active lives with asthma.
Answers and advice to help you get well and stay well. Walgreens. There's a way to stay well. Learn more at walgreens.com/health.
Come on, Grandpa. Don't want to be late for the bus.
At Walgreens, we want everyone to stay well.
All right, let's roll.
That's why we launched the AARP Walgreens Wellness Tour. It brings millions of free health screenings, including glucose, blood pressure, cholesterol, and bone density to people across the country.
How'd you do on your test, Grandpa?
Passed with flying colors.
Visit us online to find out when we'll be near you. Walgreens. There's a way to stay well.
Welcome back to Health Corner. I'm Joan Lunden. Maintaining a healthy weight can be a real struggle for some people. So many temptations. Good thing Chef MD Dr. John LaPuma's recipes are heart-healthy temptations. So what's inside your cart today, John?
Brown rice. Brown rice is the ultimate accessory for women who want to lower the risk of pancreatic and stomach cancer, avoid gallstones, and control their weight. And maintaining a healthy weight is one of the best moves you can make to avoid diabetes and heart disease. A cup of cooked brown rice has just 216 calories, less than a quarter of one of those cinnamon buns at the airport. And those 216 are hard-working calories. There are several layers in each brown rice grain, but the bran is most important. It's the outer layer, and that's what helps lower cholesterol and reduce the risk of heart disease, the #1 killer of both women and men. Now, you might not know that brown rice increases calcium absorption, and that just 2 servings of whole grains daily can help you control your weight. It's the fat-fighting food as medicine in my Chef MD approved red beans and rice.
Yum, I love Creole cuisine, John. And do you get Chef MD's weekly recipe emails? To sign up, Just visit the Health Corner website and click on Healthy Recipes, and you'll be glad you did. Everyone's trying to save money, especially on medications. So, are there any programs that help lower costs? Well, let's find out from Walgreens pharmacist Helen Jung. Hi, Helen. Thanks for being with us.
You're welcome, Joan. A lot of people tend to change their health plan this time of the year because of rate changes. But it's always a good idea to stay in Walgreens Prescription Savings Club or join if you haven't already.
So rates and benefits can change with your insurance, and of course most of the time they go up, not down. How does the Prescription Savings Club help its members?
Well, the number one thing is a discount on more than 5,000 brand name and generic medications, including hundreds of generics for less than $1 a week. The discount covers all drug classes across most common and chronic health conditions, which can save you a lot of money in the long run.
Well, that sounds great. Are there any other benefits, Helen?
Definitely. Members also get cashback rewards on thousands of items inside the store, and it's easy to enroll. Just sign up at the pharmacy counter or go online. There are no age limits, health restrictions, or medical exams required.
All right, good to know. Learn more about Walgreens Prescription Savings Club by visiting the Health Corner website, where we have a link to become a member. All right, we've all heard it. Regular, rigorous exercise lowers our heart disease risk. But what we really need to know is what kind and how much. Here's fitness expert Kathy Smith with some answers. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Joan. You know, according to the American Heart Association, being inactive is a major risk factor for developing coronary artery disease. Now, exercise can help regulate chemicals in your blood and lower blood pressure, both important for a healthy heart. Aerobic exercise, which is continuous activity using the muscles of your arms and legs, helps the heart pump blood more efficiently. So try hiking, stair climbing, dancing, or any activity that gets your heart rate up for at least 30 minutes a day. You can break that 30 minutes up into 10 or 15-minute intervals. Just make sure that you're working out hard enough so you get the benefit. Weight training can also be great for keeping the heart muscle and all your muscles fit. You want to try and hit all major muscle groups at least 2 to 3 times a week. Even moderately intense exercise like walking will keep your heart healthy if you do it on a regular basis. So take heart and find an exercise routine that works for you. I'm Kathy Smith, and here's to your health.
Looking for the secret to losing weight and keeping it off? Find out how at kathysmith.com.
Today's Safety Minute is about CPR and what you need to do to get trained and certified. According to the American Heart Association, almost 80% of out-of-hospital cardiac arrests happen at home, and they're witnessed by a family member. What's really amazing is giving CPR quickly to someone in cardiac arrest can double or triple their chance of survival. CPR definitely saves lives. So, are you trained and certified? If not, you really should be. Many organizations like the American Red Cross and the American Heart Association offer CPR classes in your community. Visit the Health Corner website to find a class close to you. Classes are taught by certified instructors. You'll learn the signs and symptoms of heart attack and stroke and how to clear an airway and perform emergency breathing. You'll also learn how to do chest compressions using a mannequin. Some classes also teach you how to use an external defibrillator. You can also learn CPR at home. The American Heart Association has a kit with a DVD and a model mannequin. Most classes take about 4 hours, not a lot of time at all when you consider that what you learn could save someone's life. Once again, visit the Health Corner website for links to classes in your community and much more information. Right now, stay with us because when we come back, I want you to meet Jenna Bell. Her doctor said she was at risk for sudden cardiac death, and she was only 23.
What does hope look like? Sometimes it's a hug or a laugh, and sometimes it's a future without worry. But most of all, hope looks like these children and me who live with type 1 diabetes. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation continues to accelerate the crucial research that represents the real hope for a cure for millions of children and adults. Their hope is boundless, and with your help, we'll find a cure.
Next week on Health Corner.
It's our most glamorous and exciting show of the year with a front row seat at the Red Dress Fashion event in New York City.
Their dresses make a fashion statement, but the message is even greater.
You have to take care of yourself. It's not going to be some other woman. It could be you.
Soup's on. My roasted cauliflower soup helps fight cancer and flavor fatigue.
All that and so much more Sunday, airing on Lifetime. Welcome back to Health Corner. Dr. Deepak Chopra is a world-renowned authority in the field of mind-body medicine and, of course, a best-selling author. His latest book is called Reinventing the Body, Resurrecting the Soul. Here's Deepak in his own words with more.
I decided to write Reinventing the Body and Resurrecting the Soul after I came across studies that showed that mental activity could change the structure of the brain, and also found studies that you could actually influence your genes. 500 genes that influence things like heart disease, diabetes, obesity, inflammation, even cancer, can be upregulated, which means you can turn the good genes on and turn the bad genes off. We can dramatically change our bodies and our health by changing our attitude and our thinking. We know a lot about the effects of stress and how damaging it is. But only recently have people started to scientifically look at what happiness does, or what love does, or what compassion does, or what kindness does, or what peace of mind does. So your body starts to secrete things like serotonin, dopamine, opiates, oxytocin. These enhance your self-esteem, they improve your mood, but they're also immunomodulators. They modulate the activity of the immune system, thereby making you a much healthier person. Presume all of you believe that you have a soul, right? Because if you don't, then you're at the wrong venue. There's a part of you that's timeless. It's your soul. You get in touch with your soul through many ways. I usually tell people, if you have only a few minutes, then close your eyes, feel your heart, and ask yourself simple questions. Who am I? What do I want? What's my life purpose? How do I function in a relationship? What do I look for in a relationship? How do I make other people happy? And just live those questions. You don't have to know the answers. If you live those questions, life will move you into the answers. I discovered my purpose by asking myself, if I had all the time in the world and all the money in the world, how would I express my passion? How would I express my unique skills? And how would that help people?
You are such an inspiration. Thank you.
I'd like people to realize that their soul is a field of infinite possibilities. That when you get in touch with your soul, not only are you able to heal your body, but you're able to heal other aspects of your life, including your relationships, your economic circumstances. Getting in touch with your soul is the best thing you can do.
And thanks to my good friend Dr. Chopra for sharing his insights with us. And you can learn more about his new book by visiting the Health Corner website. All right, imagine being diagnosed with heart disease in your 20s. How does it change your outlook on life? Here's Health Corner correspondent Megan Sinclair with Jenna's story.
Thanks, Joan. When you're in your 20s, you think about heart disease as something your parents need to worry about. But heart disease doesn't leave anyone out. And as Jenna Bell found out firsthand, you're never too young to be at risk.
I do think that young people don't think that heart disease can happen to them. Even before I was diagnosed, I thought that the only thing that could happen to my heart that would be bad would be a heart attack. And since I knew my cholesterol levels and everything, and I was a generally healthy person, I didn't think that would happen. But when I started experiencing symptoms of really rapid heart rate and I got that checked out, I found out I was in heart failure, and I didn't even know that could happen. I have what's called an idiopathic cardiomyopathy, which means that my heart is dangerously weak. Being diagnosed with heart disease was especially difficult with my boyfriend, now husband, being deployed to Iraq at that time. Go Red for Women has been an absolute lifesaver to me. When I was first diagnosed, I felt very alone. I felt like the only 23-year-old in the world who had a failing heart. And through some of my research to kind of figure out what was going on with my body, I found GoRedForWomen.org. And there I found an online community of women of all ages who were going through the same thing I was going through. And all of a sudden, I wasn't quite so alone. I go red for what's ahead because I don't want to miss anything. There's so much out there for me to do. I'm only 25 years old and I have a lot of aspirations of traveling and having a family and doing all sorts of things. Ever since I was diagnosed, I've been striving for a healthy heart. To change your lifestyle is a big thing to do. I mean, it's your life. So baby steps make it really easy. When I was changing the sodium in my diet, I just started by taking the salt shaker off the table because that was easy, that was simple. But then I started looking at the nutrition labels on food to see what had higher sodium contents and what was gonna be more heart healthy. When I first started exercising, I could only walk for 2 minutes and then run for 2 minutes, alternating. But then recently I just finished a 5K. So these baby steps are all about doing what you need to do to be heart healthy without overwhelming yourself so that you continue to feel successful. It's really important to be heart healthy because heart disease is the #1 killer of women.
Jenna's story is a good reminder why it's important for us all to love our heart. For Health Corner, I'm Megan Sinclair. Back to you, Joan.
Thanks, Megan, for that story. And now we're seeing a lot of red this month, and that's because it's American Heart Month. It's a striking symbol of hope and awareness, and it unites all of us. So, which shade looks best on you? Well, let's get some advice from beauty expert Florida Perry Smith. Hi, Florida.
Hello, Joan. It's so easy to decide which shade of red is just right for you. Just follow these guidelines. First, know your complexion and match your undertones. If you have warm, tawny skin, your most flattering shade of red will have an orange or golden base. If you have a fair complexion with cool, rosy undertones, try a blue base red. When in doubt, choose a rich, deep, classic red because it always looks fabulous. Wear a major item in red when you're ready to make a statement and turn heads. Or mix red with neutrals if you want attention but don't want to steal the show. When you know how to decide which red looks best on you, you'll always have that certain something. For Health Corner, I'm Florida Perry Smith.
Which products are right for you? Ask your Walgreens Beauty Advisor for help. They have the knowledge and expertise you need to look and feel your best.
Feeling blah? I'll spice up your day with a Creole dish that delivers long-lasting energy. Stick around.
Walgreens invites you to stay well this new year. With the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention saying that vaccination is still your best protection, Walgreens and Take Care clinics now offer H1N1 flu vaccinations every day at our more than 7,000 locations nationwide for just $18. So stop in today. Walgreens, there's a way to stay well.
Does anybody have an SUV? You're getting a ticket.
How to get your coffee in 5 minutes. How to fight cancer in 5 minutes. Just log on to cancer.org/greatamericans and answer a few questions. You'll get the information you need to help reduce your cancer risk. This is the American Cancer Society.
If you're in New Orleans on a Monday, chances are red beans and rice is on the menu. It's a classic Creole dish that was often made with leftovers from Sunday dinner and has a lot more salt and pork and chicken fat than you know about. But today, I have a spicy, satisfying, and actually healthy version of red beans and rice that's good for you. Doesn't overload you with carbs, has 10 grams of fiber, 10 grams of protein, and lots of flavor and vegetables. Let me show you how. Start by combining a couple teaspoons of chipotle hot sauce together with a can of no salt added red beans, already rinsed and drained. And I'm doing this because I want to infuse the beans with a little bit of extra chili and an extra vinegar tang. and then chop a white onion. I'm using white because it has a good sharp flavor and will give a foundation of sweetness to this wonderful, easy, Creole, healthy red beans and rice. Watch. Add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the pan. That's the right sound. We'll let that cook for a moment. Now, we'll add carrot, green bell pepper, and red bell pepper. Gives you more antioxidants and more anti-inflammatory chemicals. Now I can add a can of undrained, fire-roasted, diced organic tomatoes and some vegetable broth. We're just creating a foundation of vegetables for our food as medicine ingredient, brown rice. So, you want to let this simmer for a few minutes until the vegetables are tender. And then add the bean mixture, and right on top, a little bit of filet powder. Filet is made from dried and ground sassafras leaves, and it's classic for gumbo, and in this recipe, it adds flavor and thickens the mixture too. Now, brown rice is our food as medicine ingredient, and I've already plated some. Brown rice is full of antioxidants and resistant fiber, and as a whole grain, it helps you to control your blood sugar level and your blood pressure level. So, here with our brown rice, careful coming through, oh, that looks good. I'm going to spoon on the red bean, Tabasco, red pepper, filet mixture right in the middle, and I'm going to garnish this with a little bit of fresh thyme. And there you have it, a Creole style favorite that will help keep you lean and happy and healthy. For the complete recipe, check out our website. And remember, the fountain of youth starts in the kitchen. Chantani, may you live 100 years. For Chef MD, I'm Dr. John Puma.
Are you using food as medicine? Learn how. Visit Chef MD online or follow Chef MD on Twitter and Facebook. The Fountain of Youth starts in the kitchen and online.
That's our show for today. The focus was heart disease, such an important topic. And we have lots more information on our website to help you lower your risk. So please visit healthcornertv.com. And thanks for watching America's healthiest TV show. I'm Joan Lunden, and remember, there's a way to stay well.
Next week on Health Corner.
It's our most glamorous and exciting show of the year with a front row seat at the Red Dress Fashion event in New York City.
Fight cancer and high cholesterol with my richly warm and aromatic roasted cauliflower soup.
Health Corner is a sponsored program brought to you by Walgreens.